Imagine a life filled with fame, wealth, and admiration from millions around the world. You might think it is the dream everyone wants, right? But for Sharon Stone, the story is far more complicated than what meets the eye. At 67, the tragedy in her life is something that goes beyond what most of us can imagine. Yes, Sharon Stone is famous. She has starred in movies that people still talk about decades later. But behind the glamorous life, there have been moments of deep struggle, heartbreak, and challenges that even her fame could not shield her from. Sharon Stone was born in 1958 in Pennsylvania, a small town far away from Hollywood. From a young age, she showed an interest in performing. She had dreams like any other child, hoping to be someone who could make a difference or at least be remembered. But life was not easy. Her parents had a troubled relationship, and growing up in that environment left scars that would stay with her for years. Despite these challenges, Sharon Stone's beauty and determination opened doors for her. She moved to New York, started modeling, and eventually got her big break in acting. She became a household name with movies that defined an era. People praised her for her talent and charm, and she seemed to have it all. But fame has a hidden side. Behind the cameras and bright lights, Sharon faced battles that the world did not see. She survived a life-threatening brain aneurysm, a condition that could have ended her life. Imagine being at the top of your career and suddenly being faced with a fight just to live. The recovery was long and painful. Doctors told her she might never act again, and she had to relearn how to walk and speak. Even after recovering physically, the emotional and mental struggles continued. Sharon Stone has been open about the anxiety and depression she faced during and after her health crisis. The pressure to maintain her career and public image made it even harder. It is a reminder that even someone who seems untouchable on screen can suffer quietly in their personal life. Sharon Stone's personal life also faced heartbreak. She has had difficult relationships and experienced loss in ways that most people cannot imagine. She had 3 sons, but her journey through motherhood was complicated. Balancing fame, health struggles, and family responsibilities put an enormous weight on her shoulders. What makes Sharon Stone's story even more tragic is the way the media sometimes treated her. When someone is in the spotlight, their mistakes, their struggles, and even their health problems become public entertainment. Sharon Stone has spoken about how cruel and unfair this can be, especially when you are already dealing with personal pain. Despite everything, Sharon Stone has continued to work. She acted in movies and television shows, participated in charitable work, and used her voice to speak about important issues. But the truth remains, the tragedies she faced are a stark reminder that life does not always match the fairy tale image we see on the screen. Her story also teaches us about strength in a quiet form. It is not always the strength we see in heroes on television. Sometimes it is the strength of getting up after a near-death experience, of facing depression, of continuing to care for your family even when you feel broken. That kind of courage is real, even if it does not make headlines. As Sharon Stone turned 67, people celebrate her achievements, but it is also important to remember the struggles behind the smiles and glamour. Her life story is heartbreaking because it shows that even the most successful people can face incredible pain. It is a story of survival, a story of human vulnerability, and a story that reminds us to look beyond appearances. We often judge celebrities by what we see on the screen or in photographs. But Sharon Stone's life shows us that fame does not shield anyone from tragedy. It is okay to struggle. It is okay to feel weak. And it is important to understand that even people who seem perfect have stories of suffering and loss. So, the tragedy of Sharon Stone is not just about the obstacles she faced. It is about the reality that life can be cruel, even for someone who seems to have everything. Her story is heartbreaking, yes, but it is also a reminder of human fragility and the hidden battles that many people face. As we reflect on her journey, we can appreciate her not just for her movies, but for surviving pain that most people could never imagine. Sharon Stone reminds us that behind every public smile, there could be a story of struggle, courage, and survival. Thank you for watching and remembering Sharon Stone not just as a movie star, but as a human being who faced tragedies that remind us to be kind, empathetic, and aware of the hidden battles in everyone's life.